Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Just Open It, the YouTube series in which I open recently acquired toys. My name is Russ. Thank you very much for watching this. I really appreciate it. If you're a fan of toys, action figures, pop culture in general, please subscribe to my channel, Karaoke Fanboy TV. Every week I open a recently acquired toy or action figure, and today I am opening Grizzlor from Masters of the Universe Origins. Now, this figure was an online exclusive, meaning I had to go to Mattel's website, I think mattelcreations.com or something like that, and buy this figure. And I think I did so like, what was it, a year ago or something? 8 months ago? I don't quite remember. But the order was only recently fulfilled. And I'm sure that wasn't a surprise. There might have been some announcement then that they would be shipping this significantly later after orders were received. I don't remember. I don't care to buy my toys online. I like to go to the store, I like to hold it in my hand, I like to buy it at the register, take it home and open it immediately, presumably now on YouTube. But this was one of those things where it was like, I don't know if it's because of Grizzlor's fur that they wanted to determine if there would be a demand for this before they put in that kind of work, that kind of development in such a figure, using those resources, similar to flocking. You'll see, but I don't know. Grizzlor is a core character for Masters of the Universe Origins. When this line started in 2020, I thought, you know what? I want to get all of the characters I had from the classic line, which is pretty much all of them. I think I had almost every figure that came out back then. But I want to get them with the modern articulation and sculpting and just kind of that sharper paint application. And I just thought, how cool will it be to have these original figures next to these Origins figures in my collection, and we could see how far action figure production has come. So to make a figure like Grizzlor online exclusive is just a shame. It means that kids aren't exposed to how cool this character is. It's an adult collectible at this point, which is kind of what Masters of the Universe Classics was through MattyCollector.com way back 10, 15, 20 years ago, whatever it's been now. And I just think it's a shame. The core Masters characters should have been available at retail, and maybe different characters like ones that appeared exclusively in the originals mini comics or on the original Filmation cartoon. Those are the kinds of characters that appeal to a nostalgia for fans like me that maybe should have been online exclusive. But I guess Grizzlor is just one of those characters that requires such a unique production that they wanted to make sure the demand was there. That's my assumption. But I'm still only opening this, as I have been in recent weeks specifically, with the presumption that a kid has been handed this box. Hey, son, or hi, random child, I ordered this toy for you, and open it and play with it. So I have no scissor here, no blade. We're just going right in. And that's, I guess, part of the fun now, is watching me struggle with tape and cardboard, things that are normally very easy to the human hand to tear, but for some reason when it comes to toys it's just all the more difficult. So the box is open, and here we go. Okay, this is just shipping materials here. Here's the real deal, and right away, wow, what a beautiful pencil sketch it looks like of Grizzlor here. And here, beautiful art, and it's a crisis of conscience for me because this channel is called Just Open It. I want to open these toys, I want to get rid of the packaging and just put the figures on my shelf. But I see something like this, and it's just thoughtful, intentional, beautiful, and I might end up keeping that, I don't know. Let's see here. Now we got this tape at the top. This would be easy if I had something handy. I would have been able to just slice it there, but instead I'm removing the tape like so. And so now I've damaged this, right? That's damaged. But it's interesting, if I had just sliced the tape right there, do we presume that a piece of tape here and a piece of tape here and then the box, is that undamaged? It's not like the box isn't blemished by the tape. So in its purest form there would be no tape there. And why is there tape there at all? Because it's coming in a shipping box. This flap isn't going to open en route. This is very snugly in there. So why use tape at all and give us collectors a chance, since I've ordered it online, to just receive it and open it without worrying about, well, I don't want the tape on the cardboard, but, you know, I gotta open. I'm just so baffled by the action figure industry in general. Unnecessary piece of cardboard here, because I don't think this is really shifting in the package if that weren't there. And now here we go. Grizzlor. Beautiful. Wow. And so you look at the back, and there's that pencil sketch now, fully rendered, beautifully colored. She-Ra in the foreground, and we have some characters in the background too, like it's Modulok, and is that like Hordak's dragon that he, you know, that's like perched on his arm, just flying in the background. Look at that beautiful artwork. Just so stunning. And I could look at it online. I could look at it on the artist's Instagram. And that's what I'll do, because I'm not keeping packaging. And you know what would have been awesome, actually, is if this artwork, since it consumes the entire back of the package, was just a little 11 by 17 print in this box. I ordered this thing online. You know I'm an adult collector. I would frame that. I would frame this and hang it in my living room. For all of the women I bring over to see, and they would very promptly leave. But no, I mean, just look at it. The moon up here, it's a beautiful detail, easily obscured by the logo and overlooked, but the contrast of that warm color on the purple sky and just the fright zone in the background. It's awesome. You can see the front there too, and now the figure itself. And the figure is furry. You know, it's like, if you're not into action figures as much and you're just listening to this, well, the hair that like goes into Barbie's head, it's all over Grizzlor's body here. So it's not a figure that, like, I guess in contemporary, in modern like action figure making, you just make and put out there. Here's what's interesting though. So I'm gonna open this, but he's already coming off the board here. Now, is this because he's been sitting in my living room for a month or two? Did this happen en route? Is the adhesion of the bubble on the board not as important because it's a special order situation? That's just very interesting. So you have all this care when it comes to the packaging, and then the figure itself, if I wanted to keep this in the box, which so many people do, there's a compromise here. There's a breach. So if I weren't about to tear this guy open, would I feel cheated? It's an unpunched card, you know, otherwise, and again, this didn't go to retail, right? Why have that punch? Maybe because some collectors do display on pegs in their own home, but I don't know. The decisions here are bizarre to me. So if you are an avid collector like I am, you have answers to some of these questions. If I just sound like a whining baby here, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so he's open. Oh, okay. There's the board with the figure removed. This is just so nice. I mean, could I frame this and display it? Maybe. I'd need a special frame. You have the notch down here that's indicative of these Origins figures, which I actually like because it helps open them. But I would love this as a print, Mattel. I really would. So consider it with future online exclusives. Just gotta give him a whiff. There's that plastic smell. Free him from his bonds here. And let's go. I do have my original Grizzlor on my vintage shelf over there. And what I'm finding interesting is that this guy comes with an axe. The original Grizzlor did not. Both of his hands were like this. So, you know, you would attach this to his wrist, this Horde crossbow, and it would be okay. You know, he doesn't need to grip this because he has the wrist clamp here, so to speak. But now that he's coming with this axe, which has an odd handle, looks like maybe that would pop onto something. But, oh, and he's left-handed. Most Masters figures are right-handed, so that's an interesting inclusion. But you put the axe in his hand like this. He feels so soft and furry, you guys. He's so fuzzy. You know, the kind of action figure you might want to sleep with at night. You know, just a comfort. Look at that face. Just, oh, and the head is articulate. That's cool. I don't remember if that was the case with the original Grizzlor. I don't think so. So that's really neat. And it's just so furry and fuzzy. And so, okay, then you put this on here like so, and you just have Grizzlor in his glory. This is a great figure. Now, I ordered him online. I had to pay for shipping, but it's not like the figure itself cost any more than your average Origins figure does at retail. So I'm asking about these extra things, not so much for the value of what I paid for the figure, because what I paid here is worth it for the product itself. I'm just wondering if I got to go through the trouble of ordering online, hoping the figure's still in stock when I do, because I've certainly missed out on a few opportunities when it comes to these Origins figures. You know, maybe just add those incentives. But I love all the articulation here with the fur. I wish I grabbed I'm looking at the original Grizzlor on my shelf over there, but I didn't grab it. I feel like the original Grizzlor is just like a block, just like a solid figure here. The arms were articulate, like, you know, that, and the legs, but the fact that this guy's got a waist and a head and the posability potential here, because he is a monster. You know, I remember the original mini comic, Buzz-Off, I think, was telling the tale of Grizzlor around the campfire and kind of freaking Tila out. Then Grizzlor showed up, and it was like, what? So the fact that I could do these kind of battle poses is really cool. So check that out. Digging that big time. And worth the wait. And I'm happy that I'll have all of the Horde. In fact, I do have all of the core Horde characters that they've released now. Hordak himself, Mantenna, Leech, which I'll open in a future video, and now Grizzlor. Modulok would be the 5th character in the original wave of Horde figures. I don't know how they're going to do that with, you know, the production standards they're establishing here. That would most certainly be an online order as well, because it's not a standard sculpt figure. Modulok is a modular character. He comes with multiple parts that you could assemble in a bunch of different ways. And then his robotic counterpart, Multibot, I believe his name is. Will we ever see him, or is that too deep a cut at this point? I don't know, but I love this guy. Look, he could like do different hairstyles. Like, okay, he's going to a punk concert. Now he's going to, like, you know, poetry open mic. It's very cool. I love it. I love this figure. And then here's his mini comic, which I'm almost afraid to look at because I so criticize these mini comics as not living up to their full potential. The originals mini comics were amazing, world building. Like I said, I remember, I believe Bruce Timm drew or at least inked that story where Buzz-Off is talking about Grizzlor around the fire, and the illumination of the fire lights up the characters' faces and bodies, and it's just an awesome story, beautifully illustrated. Stan Sakai, creator of Usagi Yojimbo, lettered the thing, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, so these mini comics kind of pale in comparison. The cover is kind of cool, with the logo being off-center, so you could see the monster here in the Fright Zone. I wonder if this is the first time ever a Masters of the Universe logo has been eschewed like that on a mini comic. And it feels a little heftier than some of the original comics. I don't review these here, but oh, I'm very excited to read this. This looks different and interesting, and maybe I'll like it. So, seems a little longer than your average, too. We will find out. Maybe in a future video I'll review this. But when it comes to the figure itself, very, very cool. Worth the wait if you ordered this guy online. I'm probably one of the last, if you have this figure, to open it, if you're opening them at all. But yeah, just a neat toy and awesome addition to my favorite action figure line, Masters of the Universe Origins. So thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Again, if you're a fan of these things, follow me here on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, Karaoke Fanboy TV. I also self-publish a mini comic book series called Amazing Arizona Comics, which satirizes news and culture with superhero adventure. You don't have to live in Arizona or know anything about Arizona to enjoy it. You can find my Instagram at AmazingAZComics, where you'll see my link tree with links to my Patreon and Etsy store. Please check that out if you dig anything I'm talking about here today. Thank you very much for watching, and tune in next time when I grab another unopened action figure from the pile here in my living room and I say, you know what? Let's just open it. I'll catch you next time.